Alright, well, let us go ahead and get a sample from William Bishop's corpse. Where's his corpse? Corpse is over here.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a
Alright, I'll turn my shit up.
good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay
Boop.
attention to his needs.
Oh, it's going
Of
into
course,
yellow now.
Doctor.
Oh, shit. Yeah!
Oh, and
I just made it go into the
Yes,
red.
Doctor?
Is that better?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front.
For just giving the
He's served
YouTube
in
audience a
country. Will be
fucking
joining
heart
us here at
attack.
Pembroke. We're
So
very lucky
YouTube,
to have gained a surgeon
I'll-
of his talent. And one so
I kind
experienced
of
in
love you,
blood
but
transfusion.
Twitch is where
That
it's
is good news
nah.
indeed, Doctor.
I still kind of love YouTube. I don't know.
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea,
Welcome
immediately.
aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Platinuming this game doesn't even seem that hard. However, you would need to do 2 playthroughs. Much better, kiddo. Okay. If I get loud, tell me to shut the fuck up and I will.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton
Alright,
needs
shit,
you
never mind.
right now.
Goodbye. Alright. I'm actually really enjoying this game. Oh shit.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place. Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Oh, you joined the Discord as well then? Enter Pembroke Hospital.
To taste a life.
How?
To
Where?
embrace its most
Get out of this.
secrets. Such a burden. Such a divine sin.
I do hopefully want Discord partner one day, so I can get a discord.gg/default, or if not, I default. That'd be cool actually.
Hurry up. Doctor, Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Thanks for joining the Discord as well, Amy. If I've not already said that, thanks for joining. I'll say it again. I'll say it 3 more times.
Dr. Swansea is right.
Alright.
This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Prevent disease, killer spitting, sneezing, coughing. Spiritual others. Do not cover. I love like this kind of game, like one set in some kind of like plaguey kind of thing like Dishonored was, and I think like the Order. No, the Order wasn't. That's just no. Okay, cool. Let's go upstairs. Over here, I think. Find your office on the second floor. Take me to a hospital. Yeah, no thanks. Dr. Reed, there you go.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Alright. I can't. Wait. I can.
William Bishop's
It is
blood is much more unstable
this game
than
seems easy
human
to
blood
pardon.
and shows that the sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night.
Article on
I have so much time now.
rest in bed until next night. Okay, let's do it. Microcoagulation. Blood barrier. Endurance. Yes. Always need some more endurance in your life. Blood capacity. Then I'm not gonna upgrade anything else. I'm gonna confirm.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
Chapter
I'd
2,
better
White
learn to hide my
Coat.
true nature from the mortals.
Mission update. Night shift. Answer the door. Oh god. Monk
About
S.
thirst for
Monk
blood.
S. Oh shit.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Nurse, this room is off limits, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Make sure the rest of the staff are so informed.
Of course, Doctor. And what about the antiseptics? Or do I inform the staff that you're too busy?
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Alright. Level 5, not bad. So how does saving go in this game? Alright then. Enter the old morgue. All I'm gonna do is, my first playthrough will be like a normal playthrough. Just doing whatever I want. Then the second playthrough will be trying to platinum.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If
Trying
they
to
were
platinum this
find
game because it
somebody-
seems really easy. I just need to look for collectibles and shit like that, basically. And with the help of trophy guides, that'll be easier. Find useful medicinal ingredients in the old morgue. So 2 upstairs and 1's downstairs.
It's locked.
It's locked. Of course it's locked. Oh, hello. What? Why haven't got? Wait, where's my thing gone? Not offhand. Oh wait.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness
Shotgun
moves
shell.
faster than influenza.
Aha. That makes it really easy.
I cannot enter.
I'm happy that's a thing because it makes it really easy to know what is my objective. But I love alcohol.
This key will surely
How cool.
grant me access to the basement.
I like how there's also 1 difficulty as well. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, for fuck's sake.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers.
Ferrous attach rate.
As popular as they
Sure, why
are
not?
ineffective. But they do
Well, let's
contain
just check
iron tartrate.
the
and
top
that might
floor now.
prove itself useful.
I believe it was all gonna be like cornered off. Oh yeah, that looks. Yeah. I could see that happening actually, to be honest. Door's been unlocked.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not out of blood.
We need like more vampires / supernatural games, honestly. Like, this makes me really excited for like the E3 surprises, if we get any surprises. Because if we do, oh my god. What? Hi. There's another one of you. Because it does make me really excited for E3 now. So this was on my radar, but like it wasn't a game like, oh my god, I'm really excited about. But playing it, I'm like, oh my god, it's really good. Chest. Death report. Citizen investigations. The harder they fall. Citizen quest.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Oh god.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation, The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
I apparently care so much
Traces
now,
of
okay.
a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Alright. Interrogate. Oh, what his name? We could just sure. Let's look around before we do the main story and shit. So, what is his objective over here? The harder they fall. You know, yeah, we should do this before heading back up. Because that's just more logical unless there's a chase scene. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Oh, it's a boss. Or not. Oh god, windows. Ah. Shut me up.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood.
Alright, I want to know what the
so
fuck Windows is doing. Because Windows is doing something. And I don't like it. It keeps pinging me. Pinging? I'm still recording, I'm still streaming, so I'm good. It's so good. Alright, let's go. Right. Crafted treatment for fatigue. Whoa, how? Where? Oh. Let's go up here first. It's a little crafting. Alright, there's another thing on the map now. Oh, custom marker, never mind. I only have 2 markers, cool. So let's go and not go to... Oh my god, you actually kind of like scared me a little bit there. And I'm pretty sure if he died. He died very easy. Okay. I see you, bud. Put your hands up. Oh, there's two of you. You both level 6. Stamina's gonna be good once we upgrade in this game, I guarantee. I was literally just about to regain my health, but nope. One swipe and I'm dead. Cool. Yeah, boy. Right, well, fuck am I? I'm over. Oh. Oh, oof. Ow. Obviously depending on how fast I get through this. Let's go upstairs. Oh wait, we have... So whereabouts do we need to go for? We can do that at any time, can't we? I would assume so. Hi. Off me. You knob. Fucking knob.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
No, I have to go back to the hospital, no man.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Alright then. I'm looking for the way out. Is that the way out? I'm assuming because there's doors. Yeah. Alright.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh wait, shit, hi. Oh shit. Oh. Now I know what it is, cool. Yikes. Over here, right? Yes.
It's here again.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see
Okay,
your
so you're
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I've 80.
Surely I can endure another night.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Alright, thanks, Grub. Right. That was
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
a little
Come on,
abrupt,
don't be
him ending,
ridiculous,
wasn't it?
dear colleague.
Or did you not feel like it?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
But welcome back, Scrub,
And
anyway.
please,
Or
speak
no,
freely.
welcome back, kiddo.
This hospital is
Welcome
not
back, kid.
exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working
Have to
in a
call you
better
kiddo.
environment.
Well, yes. Right.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Any
What
opinion
about
the
city
manager?
skylines?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's
Alright,
reserve,
cool.
but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong, Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Alright, interrogate. Wait, where the fuck is he? Oh, is this here as well?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore,
does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett's is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett's must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright, investigation succeeded. Yeet. Let's actually do a night shift now. Alright. Let's go back up to my room. And then we can indeedly, you know, make the what is it called? Fatigue treatment. There you go. It's on the side, I know, but I just couldn't remember it. I don't want to look on the side, but yeet. Bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in a patient's room.
It's locked.
Oh, downstairs, right? Yeah, downstairs. Downstairs is that way. Who's Dorothy? You Dorothy? Nope. Dorothy! Dorothy? One of you fucks are Dorothy. Ah, hey Dorothy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
A mission update. A rat in the hospital. Oh god. I wonder how big this game is. Or how long, actually. They're fucking dying. Hi, I want to speak to you. Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together. Dr. Reed. Dr. I have...
How do I get my mesmerize level up?
Do you need my medical? You don't have to worry about.
It must be
Goodbye,
it must be a skill point, right? I'm gonna go check.
Never could keep anything from her.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Could you? I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Right, let's go up and this way, I think. Yep. This is a fucking rat in the hospital, isn't there?
I cannot enter.
What? Oh.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
Thank you. But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There is nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Alright.